All right, ready for my presentation. Okay. Alrighty, how's everyone doing today?
Great.
Good.
Good, perfect. Well, I'm excited to be speaking to you all today. My name is Jamie Berg. I'm going to be talking about employee expectations, but also how we can exceed those expectations that our bosses and other people have for us, but also how we can go above and beyond so that we're better prepared for our future careers that we might have. So I want to put a scenario in your head to start. And I want to talk about your very first day at this job. So I want you to think about your very first day, or think about any job in particular, and think about your very first day and how you were feeling. So were you nervous? Were you excited? Did you dress very professionally? Did you act in a manner that you were very friendly and nice to the people around you? Were you up for any challenge or task that your boss asked of you? So most likely you were, and you were like this on your very first day of work. I think we can all agree that we try to make a good impression, right? So my question to you all today is, why do you do this on your very first day of work? Why do you dress your best? Why are you so nice to the people around you? Why are you like this?
Because first impressions are lasting impressions,
Okay.
and the first impression you make will kind of set the stage of how you're perceived going forward.
Right. Anybody else?
I also think you want to make sure that people like you. You want to be nice and friendly. You want to have people be able to come to you with questions, and you want to feel confident you can answer and just put off a good impression.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, different levels of motivation, and you're trying to impress them, obviously, because you're at the bottom of the totem pole. You want to move up quicker.
Yeah, that's true. So those are great answers, and I definitely agree with those. We want to make a good impression. Maybe if we want to move up in the company, we want our boss to like us, and we want to be known as hard workers, right? It's our first day. Like you were saying, first impressions will set that foundation for the rest of our time at that job. So those are perfect answers, and I definitely agree with those. We have expectations as employees. It's our job. We know we need to do it, and our bosses expect us to do those things. So now that was our first day of work, right? And I want you to think now, a couple months into your work, or maybe towards the end of your work experience at that job. So does this look a little bit more like you, maybe? Maybe you come in a little bit later than usual. Maybe you're just kind of sitting around waiting for that promotion, like this picture. So unfortunately, I think we can all attest that maybe we're not quite as good on our first day as we were on our first day of work. So I really want to talk to you guys about some expectations that we have as employees, how we can keep this motivation throughout our entire work experience, and ultimately be more prepared for our future careers, and how we can keep that motivation going throughout the rest of our life. So here's some just basic expectations that our bosses might have of us, or that we have of ourselves. We know we're expected to be on time. We need to be efficient. We need to be kind and friendly. We're expected to be ethical in our work. We're expected to do a lot of things. And I could go on and on about things that we both know, right? But today in particular, I wanted to point out 3 things that is really going to set a basis for us so that we're better prepared for our future careers, like I was saying earlier. And these things might not be on this list of expectations, but they're really going to set a foundation for us so that we're prepared for our future careers, and that's so we can enjoy it and be successful as well. So these 3 things I wanted to point out were being professional, getting to know our bosses, and being positive in the workplace. So the first one that we are going to talk about is being professional, right? And this is professional in our language, professional in our dress, and everything else we do in our job. So for example, if I go to work a few months into my job, if I maybe wear sweatpants or jeans and a t-shirt, odds are I'm gonna kind of sit back in my chair, maybe not work as hard. Maybe I'm already arriving late, so I don't have that motivation for the day. And we're really not going to be trusted as employees. If people come in or if we call people on the phone, maybe they won't have as much trust in us because they're going to hear it in our voice. So dressing professional is really one of the most important things, because the way we dress is going to reflect the work that we put into our jobs. So if I wake up early and I arrive early to my job, and if I put on that shirt and tie, or if I put on that dress, I'm automatically going to put my shoulders back, I'm going to talk professionally, and people are going to have more trust in me. So being professional is super key. In my job, for example, people come in all the time and they see how I'm dressed and they see how I talk to them. And the most important thing is having customers, or the people that come in for help, is so that they can trust us. We want them to trust in us and the things that we're telling them. So being professional in our language and our dress is so vital to set a foundation for us so that we're better prepared for a future career. The second one is getting to know our boss. Now this might not be one that a lot of people think of as things we're expected to do, right? But it's one of those things that's going to help us go above and beyond. As we get to know our boss, we can do it in simple ways. Maybe just one-on-one interviews every once in a while. We can go over goals that we might have for ourselves, that we might have for our company. Getting to know our boss in the way that ask them how we can be better, what new challenges and tasks they might have for us. Now, like I said, this is a thing that not a lot of people are expected to do. However, it's going to help us have our boss trust in us. But also we're going to be able to maybe move up in the company if we'd like to. As we get to know our boss is going to get to know us, which is super vital. The next thing is positivity, and this is one of the most important things I think in the workplace. I love this quote that David Bailey says. He says, "A positive attitude really can make dreams come true. It did for me." Negativity is going to make life terrible for us. But as we're positive in the workplace, as we talk positive about the job we have, as we talk positive about our coworkers and our boss, it's truly going to reflect how we actually feel. So we need to be positive. We need to talk great about the job that we have, because maybe right now we're not going anywhere. We're working right now, so we got to really own up with it. It's very important to be positive in what we're doing. And I can guarantee that as we're positive, we're going to be happy, and we really are going to be successful. And I can truly guarantee that, because I've seen it in my own life. As I talk and I think positively, really it's going to reflect the way I'm working, and it really will set a foundation for the rest of my life as I work. So now, I want you to think to your future career. Now this career could be for the rest of your life that you could be working at it. So it's your first day on the job, and I want you to think, are you nervous? Are you up for new challenges and tasks? Are you dressed professional? Are you getting to know your boss? Are you talking positively about the job you have? Are you grateful for that job? So now these things might sound similar to when you first started working at your very first job, or the job that you have right now. And the things that you're going to learn is going to set that foundation, like I said, for your future career. So as we think to our future career, we need to think, how am I going to act in my future career? You may have heard the saying, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. And act for the job you want, not the job you have. But I guarantee as you apply these simple things, such as getting to know your boss, being positive, and being professional, you're going to be more prepared for your future career, and I can guarantee that you will be more successful. Thank you.